Welcome to Lesson 26, Drawing Pictures of Fractions. I'm on page 111 in your Saxon Math book, and I'm going to scroll down to the middle of the page to our new concept. Now, we have already learned the power picks for the word fraction, plus we also know the power picks for numerator and denominator. So one of the things I'm going to teach you how to do today is how to draw a picture to represent a fraction. But before I do that, I want to take some time to teach you how to read the problem. You have to use real reading in math because if you don't understand what the directions are asking you, you're going to get it wrong every time. So look at example number 1 right here. Draw a rectangle and shade 2/3 of it. Okay, that's the first thing you do. I just read the whole thing once through. But then I don't go on and try to solve the problem. No, that's not real reading. I have to go back and slowly take apart what this sentence wants me to do. So let's start with this first part here. Draw a rectangle. And I'm going to stop right at that point. And I just want to look at that part of the sentence. Here's our conjunction and. It's connecting two pieces of information. So I want to break them up into two sets of directions. I know it's written in one sentence, but it's really two sets of directions. And I've highlighted that in red and green. So let's go back and look at the red section. It just has three words in it. Draw a rectangle. Okay, now we have also learned the power pick for rectangle, and draw is a verb. It's an action word, and we know what that means too. And so this is telling us what we have to do. We have to draw, and then this is telling us what it is we have to draw. We have to draw a rectangle, and you see that they've done that right here. They've drawn a rectangle. Okay, so then you have to go to the second step in the directions. Shade. Shade is another verb. It's another action verb. It means you take your pencil and you lightly shade in, or you lightly color it in with your pencil. You don't have to use a crayon, just a pencil. And you want to shade how many? 2/3 of it. Now, that's written using words. But if we stop and think about fractions, that's 2/3. My numerator is 2 and my denominator is 3. So the 3 is the denominator. That's telling me how many pieces there are in all. And you see here I have 1, 2, 3 equal parts. Say that word equal again silently to yourself. Equal. It's very important that your parts be of an equal size. Say you can't have an uneven, you can't do something like this. Say 1, 2, and 3. These are uneven pieces or parts. So you can't do that. In fact, it's so wrong, I'm going to erase it. There you go. Back to my pen. So the 3, the denominator, as I said, that tells you how many parts, 1, 2, 3. After you divide your shape, your rectangle, into 3 equal parts, the last thing you're going to do is shade 2 of those parts. The numerator tells you how many pieces are shaded. And you can see they've shaded 1, 2. 2 parts shaded. Now, of course, they have divided their rectangle vertically, but you don't have to do that. You could do it this way as well. You could draw your rectangle, and then you could divide it into 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, by drawing lines horizontally. And then you could still shade in your 2 parts. So that's drawing a rectangle and shading in 2/3 of it. Remember, read the problem once through, then go back and use your real reading. Look for the verb. What is it telling you to do? Look for the nouns. Usually these are going to be power picks in our classroom. Let's try another example. Here's example 2. Draw a circle and shade 1/4 of it. Okay, simple sentence right there. Let's look for our connecting word, our conjunction and. Everything before it is one part of the problem. Draw a circle. Here's the verb draw, and everything after the conjunction is the second part of the problem. There's our other verb, shade. Shade 1/4 of it, okay? 1/4, I know, is that written in digits. So I'm first going to draw my circle, which they've done right there. Then I'm going to shade 1/4 of it. But wait, I can't shade yet until I have divided it into its four pieces. How do I know it's four? Because four is the denominator. Denominator tells you how many parts to divide. And I remember that because denominator and divide both start with the letter D. So here are my four equal parts. Notice they're equal. Very important. And then I'm ready. The last thing to do is to shade one part of it. And that's how you draw pictures with fractions. Good luck. Remember, learners never quit and quitters never learn. So persevere until you've reached your goal.